Welcome to Much Ado About Dota. This is our 15th episode. I'm not sure if that's a milestone, but it probably should be. Yes, the intro video is still wrong. We'll change it to update it with our new cast. And here with me is AUI 2000 from Dignitas. We have Liquid BuLba. We have EG Bdiz, who does not have a webcam, but you got his pretty face there anyways. We have Monolith from Team Dignitas, their Dota 2 manager. And I'm Spit-wad. We're gonna start this off with a little shout out to BuLba's performance today. Coming off of a win today. How did that game go?
Versus the Red Pandas?
Yeah.
It's pretty decent games.
How difficult was it? Cupid Red Pandas are kind of a newer team.
Their picks were pretty easily countered both game 1 and game 3. Like, we outpicked them and outplayed them third game. So, the first game and the third game. So that's basically all that happened.
Were you surprised that they took a game off of you?
Yeah, but they had a good strat game too. Like, they played well versus Wisp CK, which a lot of teams don't do. And we were really cocky with their combo and the way we play. We have this mentality, we get with CK, we usually just are going to win the game, but teams are getting better playing versus it. So,
do you want to expand on that? How do you play against CK and win?
With CK, With CK puts you in a mode where you have to be together and you can't get caught alone. Or if you do get caught, you should bait your team like that. And teams are getting better. Like, they're not going to be farming some lane by themselves anymore. It used to be like that, where it used to be easy to kill people. So Wisp CK has kind of transitioned into this combo that's ganking into. It's going to be more like a combo that just is going to be farming the map. Like, Wisp and CK can farm anywhere in the map, and usually the CK doesn't have to worry about getting ganked. So I think the playstyle with CK is probably going to change, and that's probably going to make it worse as a combo altogether. It's because people get better playing versus it.
Aoi, do you have anything to add? Have you guys seen CK falling out of favor a little bit?
People pick a lot more AoE now. Not necessarily like stuns, but just AoE in general. So CK and Wisp sort of don't do that well against that. And if you're transitioning CK into farming, I think there are better heroes for that with Wisp. Like, I'd take a Tanya or Slardar over that any day.
Okay. Bdiz, you want to add anything to that from the third American team over there?
Third, jeez.
Yeah.
We've really fallen.
I wasn't ranking you, but your recent performances speak for themselves. I don't know.
Badum.
He's the Wisp player.
You got to play games to win them, I guess, right?
That's true.
What's going on with your forfeiting over there?
Oh, bringing that up right away.
Yeah, let's jump right to it.
We were all kind of in the mentality that, alright, now that Milk's on vacation, we don't have any matches, we've withdrawn from all the tournaments, and we forgot about one that was scheduled, and that's all it was. It wasn't intentional. We didn't want to forfeit a match, but we just all forgot about it.
Which one was that you forgot about?
The Empire versus Aegean raid called D2O.
Okay. But last week, you guys were removed from raid call EMS for inactivity, right?
We played early in it, and with the way the ladder worked, it's like if you play early and you stop playing, your points decay or something. So we just went from being ranked high enough to qualify to not being ranked high enough to qualify. Just fell out of it.
So you're blaming that one on the format or your lack of understanding of it?
Lack of understanding is a better way to put it.
I mean, I hate to be the one to say it, but I mean, it does sound like you guys need a manager.
Jeez,
I mean,
the
wouldn't that have
Shit.
solved a lot of these issues if you have someone there to just take care of that shit for you? I mean,
or
be the one to fucking say it.
No, we do have someone taking care of that stuff, just we're not doing a good job of it ourselves.
I mean, who usually takes care of that? Like, just keeping track of scheduling and...
It's mostly Milk.
And he's on vacation.
Yes.
There's your problem. right.
does Monolith want to get that EG upgrade? Go from doing
That
fast EG?
EG upgrade.
He wouldn't be the first one.
Do you want to get that, Monolith? Do you want to become the new EG manager?
I heard
I'm
Monolith's
happy where I am.
tired of dealing with Universe.
Oh.
I'm happy where I am.
All right. Let's go into a real topic here. Finally, we get a new changelog to discuss. It's been a while. 6.77c is out. Not that big of a changelog, but there are some big changes to Tranquil Boots. A few Keeper of the Light changes. Some Spike Carapace stuff. What do you guys think about the Tranquil Boots changes, first of all? Kurt.
I don't like it because you can't. It's a lot harder to use them on support heroes right now. I'd rather they did something that made them weaker in lane, but you could still fight with them in the mid game and supports could buy them.
They're a little weaker now when they're disabled, right?
Yeah, but the heal cooldowns longer. The heal heals more. Like the overall heal is the same, I think, about over time, but. I guess now if your Tranquil Boots get disrupted, you lose more heal. You can't use it as frequently. When they break, you're actually,
Nerf.
like, huh?
Nothing.
It's not going to affect PL. Like, no one who's good at PL will be affected by that.
Okay.
Like, it won't help at all for PL players in the posting. I'm not even kidding when I say that. So,
Are there any other heroes where you might have previously
like,
gotten Tranquils?
That will hurt Spec. And I think who else who really relied on Tranquils?
Luna,
I-
etc. All these heroes.
There aren't that many heroes that like completely relied on Tranquils. Like sometimes on Gyro they're really good, but
It made the laning phase like stupid to lane versus a hero. That's all. And now
Well-
you have to be a little bit more cautious with your use of tranquils.
well, it's not laning. That's like I don't think it'll hurt
It's-
laning at all. It's
If
the mid
cooldown
game.
is increased, the cooldown is increased. So
Yeah,
that's
but it heals more. Like you're healing the same amount. Like there's no difference in the laning phase really. Like maybe you're a bit easier to gank, but if they were gonna kill
It's
you
not a-
off
like, when you
breaking your
harass them-
Tranquil Boots, then they're gonna kill you anyways.
well, when you're harassing them in these like situations where
Like
it's,
okay,
it's
like
it's like literally impossible to kill.
tri lane versus tri lane maybe when they have Tranquil Boots, but if it's like PL like 3v1 situation, like how often does PL get hit like 4 times in a row in lane anyways? Like you play
Yes,
that
I mean-
hero like a pussy,
See,
honestly. You just stand in the back and you lance people, and then you aggro the creeps back in to last hit them. Like he's not hard to play in lane, and that wasn't why he was strong, like at all. Like Tranquil Boots is just gonna hurt the supports who like needed to go Tranquil Boots against Furion, and then 3 Trons hit them, and suddenly they're like CM speed. And I did not like that at all because I like having supports having the biggest impact they can on the game because I think that makes for a better Dota game.
I do think I didn't agree with the speed. I do think if I had to change it, the speed did make it so you don't like have a Tranquil Boots for 40 minutes of the game like AOI, but
yeah. Okay.
it's not a pot shot. I'm just being honest. Like you're gonna admit that you have Tranquil Boots.
Yeah,
for-
no. Like
Again-
now you have to disassemble Tranquil earlier, but it doesn't change why Tranquils were strong. Like the reason you had Tranquils for a long time was just because you didn't need to change them. But like honestly, is that what you want to nerf about Tranquil Boots?
I think the laning presence should have been
Like I don't think this even affects the laning presence. That's the thing. Like I don't think it's a good change because 1, it wasn't targeted properly, and 2, it's too much where it was improperly targeted.
But this also makes Darkseer a bit stronger because in the laning phase, the instances are gonna do way more damage to the hero and the tower. Like it's hard. It's gonna be harder to just go, hey, I'm gonna buy a Tranquil Boots and just shit on this outlane your Darkseer.
Yeah, it does work for Starkseer, but again, not in a 3v1 situation, right?
Obviously in a 3-1, but
Or
at some
even in a
instances-
2v1. Like in a 1v1,
a solo
sure.
AM, a solo AM could beat a solo Darkseer with just Tranquil Boots. That was.
I think
kind of-
AM can still beat Darkseer even with the Tranquil Boot change.
It's harder.
Actually, I already know that he can.
it's harder though. It's like
No, it's
too
not
easy.
harder because before, by like all you have to do, because you pull AM an extra set of regen, the new Tranquil Boot change isn't going to do a thing. Because Darkseer pull doesn't do a thing versus AM. Like, what are you going to do? Accomplish with the extra clarity or something?
Support player Bdiz, what do you have to say about the situation?
Dude, Tranquil Boots is primarily a carry item right now. I only get it on a few support heroes, like against the Furion or against the Coddle. like Kurt already said, and always as Coddle, get Tranquil Boots, and the heroes that I'm going to be buying Tranquil Boots on aren't going to be getting hit that often in a fight to have them break. Like Coddle, for example, you're going to be sitting in the back of a fight, blasting as much as you can. You're not really going to be getting right-click to have them break.
Don't lie, Bdiz. You're gonna have Boots and Tango at 60 minutes.
Okay, Sam.
Don't
You're
you
sitting
think
there
that's-
losing to
Hey,
Fnatic
don't
with
forget
Cinder
to
and
set up
Sandin.
Shit. Why? What's with the flame against Synderen with you and Grang at, dude?
Hmm.
Like, do you guys have a beef for Synderen or what?
I don't have beef with Cinderin. It's just a team that's using Sandin is going to be inherently weaker.
Whatever. I don't know why
But, like,
flame.
You know, the thing is, like, I really don't think he'll make laning that much weaker. Like, it makes being ganked easier, but really, like, usually they're slowed or stunned anyways, and I don't like to change at all. Like, I told Ice Frog, because he asked, like, everyone, right? Like, he probably asked you guys, too. Like, what do you think about the Tranquil Boots? I said, I don't like it, but he did it anyways. But at least for Halberd, he didn't make BKB not take that off, because I didn't like it when BKB took it off.
Did you just flame Ice Frog?
No, I said, well, like, I'm going to disagree with his changes, right? Like, if I agreed with all of his changes, then I don't know. That'd be ridiculous
All right.
because we're completely different.
Well, let's go to the next change, which is Bdiz is Keeper of the Light. Got a little bit of a hit to Illuminate, but maybe not enough.
I think Coddle could use a slightly bigger nerf. The little hit to Illuminate sure it'll make managing his mana a little bit harder, but I mean, you're still going to be able to shock your teammates.
Keep in mind, this is just a little small patch. It's probably gonna be more.
Yeah, that's true. This is, yeah.
And I do think
6.78,
Coddle's gonna get more
be
nerf.
around the corner still.
I hate Coddle.
The slight AoE reduction to Illuminate will still... It'll make him a little bit harder to use in a team fight, but it's not, you know,
It's not like creeps
big
dodging.
enough. Yeah. You can still turtle for forever for the Coddle.
What would be a nerf to properly balance that hero right now?
The early laning presence. You either have to
Yeah,
make one of
he's-
his you have to make one of his aspects weak. He's too strong all parts of the game. If you make his laning presence a bit weak, I think you can aggressive tri-lane versus him, etc. But now he's like retardedly annoying to play aggressive tri-lanes versus.
Yeah, you actually
you
can't
can't-
just try against him.
Yeah,
Basically.
you can't like
Just,
one of the like strong parts about aggressive tri-lane is going and just stealing their pull camps. But with Kodo, it's like he just blasts you and
yeah,
your
like he
supports
pushes
don't
your
have enough
wave out,
regen.
and it's near your tower. So how do you steal their camp, right? You
Yeah.
have to drag their entire creep with you. It doesn't work.
Well, what spell is the main culprit for?
Well, that's just
for
a
the early
early
game
game
right
chakra,
now.
right? Like those are his only early game spells, so they
Yeah.
have to be done.
So all right, but so both of them.
Another thing you could look at is space stats. He has 315 base move speed, which is very, very good for a support hero. I think it's only him and Leshrac, I want to say.
Leshrac is like 310 or 300. Actually, I think Leshrac
I'm
got
pretty sure Lesh is 315.
Is he? Oh crap.
Yeah. There's not that many support heroes that are 315.
Oh yeah, Leshrac is 315.
So he does have really good base move speed to begin with, which makes it
especially
really-
compared to the other popular supports right now, Shadow
Yeah.
Demon and Rubik, who just kind of waddle around the map.
like 295 or 300, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a big deal, like supports being fast in lane, because if your carry can't initiate on them, like, yeah.
So the three big things to look at for nerfing his early game, if that's what Ice Frog wants to target, would be Illuminate, Chakra, and move speed, in my opinion.
and also they should make relocate or whatever the one that brings the
Recall.
spell.
Well,
Yeah,
Recall
recall.
with longer
Yeah,
cooldown.
but yeah, make it a longer cooldown. I thought
it's
the old
like-
cooldown was fine, honestly, but they made it
The
so
old
slow.
cooldown's like once per ulti, right? And now it's twice.
It was you get twice.
Yeah.
Now it's like you can get your whole team.
Very much.
Hero number 3, who got a little bit of a nerf, is NA. Spike Carapace has a shorter duration now and a longer cooldown at early levels. Was that enough of a nerf?
No. It's still gonna be
Hero's
strong.
still stupid.
That spell
Yes.
is still stupid.
It's
Yeah.
not it's not just that spell. It's every spell of his is stupid.
Yeah, all his spells. Like he has 4 effective nukes. That's
And most people are like maxing the mana burn now, the Impale, which I actually prefer. Because if you get, it reduces the cooldown and the mana burn, and with the mana
mana
boots, if you can
cost.
get it maybe 3-4 times in the fight, you do so much damage to their supports. You can't even fight.
Yeah, you do it once on the carry. Like CK can't use spells if he gets one mana
No.
burn on them. So
And you can do it like twice in a fight. That's
All right. Any of these other changes you guys want to point out? Those are the big ones. Drow change.
which is not on CM, so I don't think anyone cares.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think this was a slight nerf to try to get Drow ready for CM, but I don't think any of us have played with Drow enough in an actual game, just a scrim or a match, to be able to comment on it. I like the Heaven's Halberd change though.
Yeah, I like that too. It's also because Manto's pretty strong right now, like as an item. So anything that nerfs that while buffing something that's a bit underpowered is sort of nice.
So,
Exactly.
what kind of situations would you be getting Halberd now?
It's a lot more viable on strength heroes in dual carry strats, like on a CK or Nyx or something. You do have
still
the
don't think
option
it's
to
going to
get
be
it.
preferred. But
Yeah, I
even
still
if
don't
a
think it's
support
preferred,
a
but
support
it's,
can get it too, that'll be
yeah,
strong.
it's situational still, but now it's more viable because of this change.
All right. Let's move on off the changelog here. People have brought up that there are an awful lot of tournaments coming up in the next couple of weeks, or the end of a lot of tournaments, and everyone has a pretty busy schedule, except for EG apparently. Do you guys see this as an oversaturation of tournaments? Are there too many, or do you guys, I guess, directed towards partly Monolith too, who deals a lot with the scheduling for your team? Is it too much to balance all these leagues?
It's a fuckload of tournaments, to be honest. It's
Language.
I feel like I'm juggling a million fucking balls.
Children watching.
Like there's the Russian Dota League, the We Play tournament, Defense 3, the Premier League, D2L, Dreamhack Invitational, and then the two that we're not playing in, EMS and Star Ladder, and then there's the possible G1 North American or Western qualifiers coming up. I mean, it's really a shit ton of tournaments.
And those are all pretty big.
Yeah, they're all
big
tournaments
tournaments.
worth playing in too. So it's like when you only have so many hours in a day, and then you have players that have school and other shit to do, it's pretty difficult to balance all of that, especially when you have to balance your schedule with the schedules of other teams. I know me and Bumblebee have had it's been a headache for both me and Bumblebee. I've talked to him about it a couple times. But yeah, BuLba, you guys are pretty busy too, right?
Wow. I'm fine with this. It's better to have more than none. So,
Would you rather have them? Would you
dude,
rather
regardless, it's gonna be like better competition for the tournament.
Would you
so I'm
rather
fine.
have a bunch of smaller, medium-ish tournaments, or like
I'm happy with the way it is. There's a mixture
like-
of the small ones and then the big ones. Like you have the big point battle and the ISO Cup, and then you have like this SK Cup coming up, and then you have these like Premier League D2L. So there's always something to look forward to. I'm happy.
okay. So what I'm getting at is someone said in one of Brax's interviews, someone had said, a forum user interestingly stated that the reason China can have all these big tournaments and big lands like G League and have it at big tournaments, big venues like the Mercedes-Benz venue, is because organizers collaborate together and host these events and then maximize the profit later rather than cannibalize each other like all the European scene does. So I mean, you have all these tournaments like the TPL and the We Play tournament and the RDL. I mean, how many people actually distinguish what those tournaments are and give a fuck about those tournaments individually unless you're actually playing in it? Like the viewers, when they see these tournaments, it's like, I'm not watching the Dreamhack Invitational, or I'm not watching the We Play tournament. I'm watching Liquid play Empire or EG play whoever. It's not like, where's the storyline for these individual small tournaments? Everything just gets mashed up together.
But I don't know why this is a bad thing. I think it's fine.
It's not necessarily a bad
Hey.
thing, but could the situation be better?
How are you gonna make it better? I'm fine with it having all
Well-
these little tournaments because first off, it's better for the players.
But
Are you
would you
sure?
rather have all these little
It
tournaments?
is better for the
or would you
players
rather
because
have
it's
something
more
like-
money. It's actually like decent money if you
Well,
think
it's
about
not
it. Like,
necessarily more money because there's fewer smaller tournaments than or
yeah,
fewer
but
bigger
it's
tournaments.
easier for teams to relatively win more of it than having this one tournament that lasts for 2 months and then shit you just mess up in one situation and then all
Now
those
you're
3 months
taking
you
like
played.
the worst big tournament scenario and comparing it. With
Obviously, it's not just that. It's like
but,
okay, you
no,
have
like
a 1
like
month
if you
tournament.
have big tournaments, then you can also come up with some pretty cool strategical stuff rather than just using it on like some small tournaments and then it feels like, oh, I don't know if we should use this and stuff. Like, don't you guys ever have like cool pocket strats that you want to run, but you don't really have a tournament to run it in yet?
Yeah, and then you just end up saving it for months and months, and sometimes,
Yeah,
the patch will come out and no, hey, it's not viable anymore. Sweet.
It really does suck when it's like that. Like honestly, I'm not saying DTO and TPO are bad tournaments. Like I love those tournaments, but who wants to use the strategy in the group stages?
On
And
top of
those
that, I
group
mean, think
stages-
about this.
Last forever.
I mean, think about this. If you had, like, I don't know, all these tournaments working together. I mean, like, right now there's so much oversaturation. If you go on Twitch TV and you click Dota 2, there's, like, 3 or 4 different tournaments running at the same time. It's like, you got Starladder, EMS, GD Studios running something, BTS is playing something else. I mean, if you had all of these organizers sort of working together as, one sort of group and running all
But they
these
get
matches,
less out of the
one sort-
pot by doing this.
But
No,
also,
let's say that they all work together and they do this, and that all these matches are part of one tournament. So when you go back to when
So how do the
TPL
players maintain that?
Well, let's say whenever these guys go back to their sponsors and say, look how many people watched our tournament, instead of just saying like, instead of just like TPL saying like, I don't know, maybe 10,000 people watched our match, they can say no, like 50,000 people watched our match because they're all working together. And all these streams are sort of combining their numbers, and then they take that back to the sponsor. The sponsor is more impressed, and they give them more money, and that increases the pot. And maybe with an increased pot, you can make this scene sort of less top-heavy. Where
I also want to say like, how many popular streamers does Dota have? Like compared to StarCraft 2, League of Legends, etc., there are a lot less popular streamers, and we always have tournaments on compared to them. Like, there's not that much room for personality in Dota right now. Like, there are very few identifiable players in Dota, in the Dota scene, compared to the StarCraft scene. And I think, like, there are way more tournaments in Dota 2 right now.
Is that necessarily because of?
Yeah, like, how
I
many
would
people
I
can
would rather
stream?
watch a tournament game than someone streaming, and that's
Well,
I'm pretty sure that's for most people.
The tournament streams get a lot more viewers. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
People-
You're not
exactly.
alone
So that's
there.
what I'm reaffirming what Aoi said. But I'm saying, it's like, how are you gonna what? They have the chance to have this tournament, and they're gonna get decent viewers. And the tournaments that do better and have better personalities, and then like better broadcasting or production is obviously gonna do
Okay,
better.
so what you're saying is that we should embrace the competitive nature of it rather than
Yeah, like
this
every
holding
team is
hands thing
good.
and working
Look at-
working together to schedule differently. That's that's kind of a cooperation that
And right now, I don't think it's identified by tournaments. I think it's identified by casters. Like
Yeah, I agree with that.
tournaments that are.
there's another factor though, and that's the teams. You guys have some power over there because some teams definitely get a lot more viewers than others. If Navi's playing Liquid, that's going to be a pretty heavily watched game that might get more viewers than
Rock's Kiss versus
I
Team
definitely
X.
agree with
sure,
that.
it doesn't even have to go. You don't even have to go that far. There are clearly some teams who bring in more viewers, and those are the teams that the leagues want, or the ones that they should want.
I understand, but it's obviously, I think the biggest one marker is basically the teams are up there. Maybe there are a few teams
I mean,
that bring
here's
in really top numbers, and then I feel that it's always identified by casters, like, oh, Toby's streaming that, or LD's streaming that, or the GD Studios streaming that, and that brings competition among the actual broadcasting companies. Like, look at the tournaments. Like, Owen was doing the rebroadcast stuff, and then BTS started doing the whole rebroadcasting thing like all day after I think it was the G League qualifiers, the G League actual games. Like they were like
Yeah.
rebroadcasting it all day, and then Join Dota started doing that, and now Star Ladder's even doing that, and everyone's like going into the rebroadcasting thing. And then during the G League streams, Toby's stream didn't have as many viewers as BTS, and then for the actual G League finals, regarding all of BTS's problems with their moving in, and then Toby had that expert panel come out, and they had a lot more viewers than the BTS. It's like these streams wouldn't be getting better without all this competition. So I'm fine with all these tournaments, and these
Well, I mean,
tournaments
the
are
fact is,
a playing ground for these streams to get better. So I don't see
Okay.
the problem.
I mean, I think these streams are going to get better regardless. I think the issue with competition is that naturally it's really healthy. But, I mean, it's really healthy in a scene that can really support, that can support like a decent amount of people getting a decent amount of the pie. But right now the pie is so fucking small. Like in Dota, we're all just fighting over what? Maybe 50,000 viewers? And like
That's still good. And these are all online games. That's really good for online
it's
games.
okay, but it could be better. Instead of each organization going back to their sponsors and saying, "Oh, we got, 20,000 out of 50,000 or 10,000 out of 50,000." If they all work together and just did one big tournament or one big thing, and they all
I don't think it's gonna go. I don't think it's gonna
or
exceed
they could
that.
have multiple streams or multiple games for one tournament. They can still go back to their sponsor and say, "No, we got 50,000 out of 50,000."
There are
That
too
would
many
be better.
tournaments to realistically coordinate with each other like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I don't know. Maybe if the major ones did or whatever, it also takes care
That's
of
too
the
much, asking them of too much.
So then you
Same
have the major
competition
tournaments
start-
grouping up against the smaller ones or the new tournaments.
I don't know. It's just. I mean, I think I think it'd still benefit the scene overall if more people could claim more of the pie. You just get more money into the scene. I mean, let's say NEO Dota, Join Dota, the D2L, whoever, they all pool together their resources for one tournament. You can have multiple games going on at the same time, but let's say your stream only gets 10,000 or Join Dota gets.
What is that? So you're saying they make the same tournament, but essentially the viewers are still going to be split. So I don't see your argument.
It's all part of the same tournament, so you can sort of claim that that your sort of event got more numbers than just your stream did. That's what I'm saying.
It's just better for acquiring sponsorship.
I mean, when
That's the
G League
difference, right?
streams their games, like every organization like tries to stream it, right? So everyone's trying to help each other. I don't like. See
Right, but
the-
that's because G League's running their event and opening up the streaming to multiple organizations. But a lot of times now we're seeing the broadcasting organization hosting their own tournaments, like what GD's doing, right? They're running it and they're casting it.
I'm fine with
D2L
that.
does
It's
that.
different than something else, and it's different games also. So
I mean, I think it's okay the way it could be now. This is just, it could be better.
All right. Anything else to add? Or should we move on here? Let's move on. No Dota 2 at MLG for 2013. I don't know if that's really confirmed or if people are just kind of extrapolating this, but apparently Sundance from MLG said that he doesn't think it's going to happen. Any thoughts on that?
Monolith,
That sucks.
Monolith?
I think it
I mean,
sucks. And it
that
lands.
sucks.
Support.
Exactly.
Yeah,
North
we
American
do
lands
need
would be
that.
ownage. I think it'll happen
But-
eventually, though.
But if you do check out his Sundance's tweet to Alex, he's the CEO of Navi. That's it's kind of interesting. He's like I'm craving Dota 2 or something. So
He said, yeah,
regardless, it's gonna happen.
I got the Dota 2 bug. Yeah, I don't know. He said that it wasn't going to be there for 2013, and then he said,
I don't.
I
I think
have the Dota
there's
2
still
bug.
a chance.
I don't know.
Do you really think that NA lands are reasonable right now? Like, unless they're getting teams coming in from Europe, like MLG's prize pool would have to be big enough to get other teams coming in.
I mean, let's say you get the big three from NA, and then Navi.
Big four, Fnatic and
Okay, big four. And then Navi is moving. Navi has a team house here. And I think there are probably a couple of Europeans that might just be willing to fly out themselves. I mean,
the prize pool, to be honest, for Europeans to fly out.
We flew out for Dreamhack. It was
it's
about
publicized
30K.
enough for the sponsors. MLG, I think most.
That's true.
If the tournament
MLG
could
is
afford it,
true.
if the tournament could afford it, I mean, if the sponsor can afford it, they would send team, especially a team like Navi. Or what else? What else?
You know,
QPad. I think QPad, if
think-
they would send them.
I think there's
I don't know
definitely.
if QPad would go actually. They have a set amount of money they can use, right? It's pretty expensive.
Might be able to field a few amateur teams from NA, right? Because Dreamhack
like
gets
the-
some extra teams in there that don't really
big
do the
thing about
international online
MLG
games.
Sponsors. Go ahead.
The big thing about MLG was for a long time, other than this most recent StarCraft one, I think like amateur teams could just come in and play with the pros, right? Look at the open bracket. I thought that was a really cool part of it.
How many amateur teams in the States are actually going to travel for that, though?
It depends on
With
where
an
you
with an expectation of doing well.
Well, like StarCraft bracket will always fill up, and you have silver players in there, so
That's not
Well,
the
those
same.
people
That's one person.
like
You got a team
No,
of
I
five.
think
If
it
people
is
want to
the
play
same
with their
because-
team, they're probably coming from all different places.
I think if you had it in LA, you'd get a pretty good amount.
I know. I mean, like look at like okay, my city just had a LAN for UBC. Like we got 24 teams, and the marketing wasn't like super big either. Like there was a lot of people in Vancouver didn't know about it, but 24 teams is a pretty good amount, right, for one city,
Yeah.
a university, and it's a bring your own computer too. Like I think you're underestimating. Like a lot of those teams have zero chance of winning. Like I'm on a team with Way2 and Jail. Like how many teams do you think can win that?
What a bunch of fucking scumbags.
Yeah, like teams have zero chance of winning that. I'm saying that right now, but they're still going to
You
come
got a
out
lot
to
of
play.
confidence in yourself.
Yeah, I do for that LAN.
You guys really think you're gonna win?
Yeah, like we just need laptops. That's all.
Yeah, working on that.
Problem with having a lot of amateur teams like that, though, is that at least for the person running the tournament, those aren't the teams that people are going to care about watching on stream, for example. You know,
Right.
if that's potentially where a lot of the ad revenue comes from, you're going to spend a lot of time streaming matches that no one really cares to watch.
I think you'll still have enough like big name teams
Like,
there at a North American event.
Yeah, I don't think
Justify
streaming
it.
games will be an issue. Like, do you really think that would be an issue? Not having enough good games to stream?
It's not necessarily not having enough good games to stream, but if you're letting 24 teams come in to play,
Well, you can have
that's a lot of
seeded
time to
bracket,
play those.
seeded bracket, and then an open bracket, and the top of the open bracket goes into seeded bracket, and then you stream most of the seeded bracket. You stream some of the bear matches in the open bracket. Like, I don't think it'll be that hard.
Sounds good to me.
But you know, MOG, like we all want an MOG, honestly. Like everyone here wants a LAN in North America.
If we get more viewers online, maybe they'll bite. I don't know. I mean, you have to assume the viewer numbers is why they don't want it right now.
I don't
I don't
think
know, I
that's
think-
actually
I don't know. The viewer numbers are
Dota is second in the viewer numbers on Twitch for February and March. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
and
just
how
viewer
far
numbers.
behind LOL are we? Far
Okay,
enough.
well,
you know, if
okay,
we
that's
were getting
the
their
sort of
numbers, then
League of Legends tournaments in the world. Like that's such a like that can't be an argument.
of course
like-
it can. If we had League of Legends numbers, they would pick up Dota.
Yeah, but I think we have better than HOTS numbers, or we had better than Wings of Liberty numbers for a really long time. And so, I mean, they didn't pick us up then either. I mean, out of the big three esports games, League of Legends, StarCraft, and Dota, there were maybe 2 or 3 at least. I mean, we have better numbers than fucking COD.
I don't know. COD MLG just got some pretty good views, but
Yeah, but like that's for a
Well,
fucking
so did
MLG.
TI
That's
too.
gonna
Like,
get
that's
yeah.
unfair, right? Like if we had a big LAN, maybe they'd get good numbers too. Like Dreamhack got
They
good
get
numbers.
better numbers. Yeah.
Star Ladder had good numbers. Like all our big tournaments have had good numbers. It's not about numbers here. Like it just can't be. Like logically, there's no way.
All right. Well, to hold you over, there are the G1 online qualifiers, which they're going to have Western qualifiers for. Does that help us out a lot in our Go NA Dota segment here? NA Dota can, we can. Are you guys? I assume all three of your teams are going to play in the Western qualifiers.
Is Milk gonna be back for that?
Depends when. Yeah, it depends when it's hosted. If it starts this month, then we might have a slight problem with it. But hopefully we're in it. 'Cause I know we played the last G1 qualifiers on C servers.
That's gonna be
Uh,
awesome
is-
though.
How long is he gone for? What, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. He's back at the end of the month.
How does that affect you guys?
We're practicing a lot individually, not as a team. Obviously, we don't want to play as.
Wait,
Obviously.
Wait, Bdiz, you said you're practicing individually.
Oh god.
Where are you practicing individually at?
Oh my god.
Are you trying to get a
League?
shout out for IXDL?
I think
Because that ain't gonna
Bdiz.
happen.
What league?
Beat is
Please
currently
don't worry
rated
about that.
rated number 4 in IXDL.
I'll give you your shout out for IXDL. Guess who asked for a vouch?
I
AY
never said. I
2000
said it was
asked for
bad for
vouch.
new players learning. Like I said, it's bad for new
Guess
players.
who
Do I need to
asked-
learn, Charlie? Look at me. Compared to you, do I need to learn?
Oh, fuck
That's
off.
his
Like here's why I asked for a vouch, because I go into matchmaking and I get 6 people dodging me in a row, and it pisses me off. And if you came across me in matchmaking, you'd probably dodge too, because you're like that.
Wednesday.
Wow.
Wait.
Wow. I thought they were
Saturday,
dodging
March
me. That's why I had
15th.
to change my name, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, vouch for IXDL, please.
Sam, I don't think IXL can be considered real practice when people like you go phase boots and drums and earn on Weaver in that league.
Yeah,
How's
and
that
did
look?
I win?
Yeah.
Did I
No,
win?
wait,
And that's
are you
Well,
saying
you
people
said Greg
who are
carrying
not-
you.
don't get proper practice and still win in that league?
what?
Oh, that sucks.
Every game I've won in IXL is because I know how to draft better than whoever's on the other team's captain seat. The in-house
Okay,
leagues.
so what's
silly.
this individual practice that you've been talking about?
Just-
then?
IXDL
It's
is
working on
amazing
individual
individual
skill.
practice, guys.
We've been making a lot of like individual mistakes in our games that have cost us a lot.
I feel like taking a break like sets you guys back.
It will definitely. There's no question about that. Not scrimming S5 for 2 weeks is gonna set you back, and we're already behind as the results show because we've been just in a funk lately.
Hey, we feel you. We feel you.
You're no stranger to that.
Well,
No, I
we're
don't
coming
think
up
any
to
of us are any
the
stranger to that.
we're coming up to the key TI3 time period here. I mean, are you guys feeling that secure in your spots, where you can take a break like that?
No, it's just I don't think anyone really feels secure in their spot other than IG because they just won. But
Navi.
yeah, and I guess Navi, yeah. But
And OGD. But like for the Western teams, like no one feels secure about it, really. Like they haven't announced anything about how many qualifiers or invites there are either. Like not publicly anyways, right? So no one really knows.
Yeah, but everyone knows that now's the time to really be on your game. You know, starting
Sure,
now, definitely for the next
'cause
month or
I
two.
think if you're only on your game now and TI comes around and you suck then you're just gonna lose anyways. Like there's no point in getting an invite if you don't do well.
I
So-
disagree with that. I think people want to go.
I don't care if I go if we don't do well. Like I
Are you
really
serious,
don't.
dude? It-
Yeah, I don't care if I get to go if we can't do well. I'm not even kidding. I
yeah,
don't.
that's because you haven't been there. If you,
I
you
went.
go
He was
there.
there, Sam.
No, dude, I'm not talking
met
about
him there.
TI3, dude.
Like no, I
I'm
don't
not-
care. Like seriously, I really don't care if I get to go and we come in 16th place. I would not care about the tournament. I would be really.
It's
choked
not just
up
the
about it,
tournament; it's the whole experience. That 2 weeks before it, like at Valve, staying at whatever the city, it's that entire experience was worth it. I'm pretty sure every team that went there, every player would have had one of the best times of their life spending that
So,
2
so
weeks.
you're
there.
saying you'd rather you so
Obviously,
rather-
they want to do well.
Okay, so
The-
BuLba,
but it
is
was-
doing well in the tournament that more for you, or is going there more?
Yeah, but no one's gonna complain. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
but I'm saying it doesn't
But
really
not-
matter to me. Like the part that matters the most, like 95% at least, is I want to do well in the tournament.
Would
Like
you guys rather go to the tournament and like just go 0-15 or do like really fucking shitty, or just not go at all? Did my shit just?
No one just knows how to answer.
Everyone just stopped. And I was like, holy shit.
his like brain's processing stuff, and it's really slow.
Nah, everyone's just dodging your question. No one wants
If
to answer
you're
that.
fine,
Like,
I'll answer it
right,
as
I would
the
rather not
non-player
go.
here.
So
I'd
if-
go 0-15.
I would rather not go than do that because that's
Are you serious?
embarrassing, and like I think it's like you just took an invite from someone else who deserved it if you're going 0-15. And like that's why I'm not too concerned about qualifiers either, because if we don't get invited and we're good enough, then we will win a qualifier. There's no way around that. And if we can't win a qualifier, then how are we doing at TI2? We can't beat the qualifying teams. How are we going to take a game off IG? Like
coulda-
there's no point for me.
You don't think you could have finished top half last year?
Last year, I think we
Yeah.
would have done really well if we went to TI2 actually.
Well, guess what? You didn't win the qualifier, did you?
We didn't get invited to
PGG told me he'd win the tournament and said the Chinese suck.
like Spit-wad.
The
Like
day
we
before
didn't
the
get
groups.
invited to the qualifier
I
at
know.
all.
I know.
Hey,
I mean,
Hey, like
arguably, you were like the next team up in the qualifier.
We
But
should-
Here's,
way
here's
harder.
another question with that
the
though.
biggest online tournament. Like I don't know what. Like I don't know. It's stupid.
Would Sneaking have been able to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I figured I should ask because Sneaking's dad is here and everything.
Relax. He doesn't like being called his dad. Can you forgive him right now?
And you know what? It's been said so many times now. I'll just fucking take it. I'll just fucking own up for it. Fuck you,
you
Bdiz. It's all your fault.
What kind of
You
dad?
fucking coined that shit. It's all your fucking fault.
What kind of dad
Man,
curses like this,
you.
dude? What kind of dad curses like this? Your son is watching right now. Do you want to curse like
Hey,
this?
Snake King. Shout out to
Ah.
Snake King.
He's
I
gonna get
wonder if
suspended in
BuLba's dad is watching.
Yeah, BuLba, is your dad watching? Hey, BuLba's dad, your son has been underperforming recently.
Hey, nice visage.
Thank you.
Thank
Why you gotta flame Alice 4 when you're feeding 100 spiderlings to Xbox?
Like, how do you lose as Broodmother to Naga Siren?
Whatever,
That matchup must be
dude.
really hard. That's solo in the game versus a Naga Siren.
You want-
Congratulations.
you
No,
want
it's
me to
really
play
hard
that
because
one?
your spiders can't harass him all lane and farm the jungle and stack a camp and pull at the same time. Like, it's really hard to do that. But actually, it takes some mechanical skill to do some of that, so I sort of understand why you got stomped by Xbox. Like, Havas is really, like, Naga Siren offlane? No, that's why he plays every game, so he's really experienced with that hero. Like, you losing that makes perfect sense.
Christ. That's out of nowhere. Someone's mad they lost to AL today. Holy shit.
How was your Fnatic
Oh, God.
in your important tournament?
Someone's mad they lost to AL today. That's all I can say.
Oh,
you fucking
man.
lose
Hey,
to
Charlie, what's that
Sivir?
match you have on Wednesday? Is that for the defense? Who's that against?
I think that's against
Not Team Liquid?
Liquid? No, it's not against Liquid. They lost.
They
Yeah,
lost.
they lost.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Did they lose on US East
Oh
too?
shit, Snaking's dad's joining in the little
They did
Little
lose on
podcast.
US East with the server advantage.
Well, you guys
Oh,
lost
yeah.
server advantage?
Yep.
It's okay,
Oh.
BuLba. It's okay.
It's okay,
Yeah.
but we lost. Yeah. We lost to fucking AL.
AL.
Fucking Christ.
Thank you.
is that it for now, guys? I was kind of waiting for that so I could just lean back. My job is over once you guys start flaming.
Hey, get some popcorn ready.
Yeah.
I know I had some ready.
Yeah.
The fucking best part.
I wanted to talk really quick about the DreamHack Invitational because they're doing some pretty cool production work over there. Have any of you guys watched that stream at all?
Oh yeah, I saw their overlay thing, the fucking polls, all that shit was. Man, I thought NEO Dota had really good production when we first did the
Killing spree.
and then the music came on, and then all the player profiles came on. I was like, holy shit! And then fucking GD Studio just went up to you.
I'm pretty impressed with what they're doing over there. I think that the polling makes watching the game so interactive for the viewers, and it feels a lot more like real sports. Just Dota doesn't necessarily have a natural break in the game like football or something, but they kind of made it feel like that almost. Like there are things to entertain you all the time as you watch the stream.
I haven't been able to watch the good stream yet for the DreamHack Invitational, but did they bring back instant replays like they did at the Thor LAN in December, I think?
They do not have instant replays. I think that's probably their next step because they seem to be doing everything else pretty well. But instant replays are actually pretty tricky, and they can be really expensive to get a setup that can do that.
Yeah, and if you do one while more action's happening.
Yeah. I know that Beyond the Summit is going to try really hard to get instant replay, but yeah, it's not always feasible. But it is nice to see that GD Studios changing the game a little bit over there. We'll see if everyone else steps up.
Everything I've seen the good studios do in Dota 2 has just been amazing. Starting with DreamHack Winter from last year, I think that was the first event that they hosted in terms of like all the production value.
Yeah.
Then the Thor Open, and now this tournament. Like I've just seen screenshots of this tournament of like the polls and such that they're doing, but everything's just really, really well done.
Everyone should know how much work that is too. Like the polls is one thing, but they have overlays showing recent results and hero performances, and I saw they had they matched up Mini versus IX Mike or something, right?
The quotes from the chat.
Yeah. All that stuff takes time to prepare, and besides the actual work of producing it live, they do a lot of preparation. I'm sure it takes a long time, but it's working.
It helps that the good studio has the best caster in Draskell. He's number one.
It really is.
It really is.
I'm not biased at all because I played on a team with him in the past.
I mean, this analytical skills. He fucking played,
Who's the best caster?
Draskell?
Draskell.
Why? Who's the best caster according to you?
What? I agree. Draskell's one of the best casters. In regards to there's different casting, like analytical, excitement, etc. He's definitely one of the better analytical ones.
I don't know about you guys, but for a caster, I just look for excitement because.
Have you guys listened to Sneaking Cast with Toby? That was pretty entertaining.
That would probably be really good, huh?
He actually did cast it. It was really analytical, and I learned a lot.
If his mic was better, that would have been really good. Making where you at?
Oh, I love Eternal Envy's casting. That's amazing. He flames everyone.
And you don't?
Casting. I don't flame people when I cast.
Maybe you should start.
Dude, he's
might
there.
Get some more casting gigs.
Dude, he's there flaming. I remember he was G League and he was flaming LGD China or something. It was pretty entertaining.
Are you guys gonna start flaming each other from what's going on in chat right now?
What? I don't know. I saw IX Mike flaming me, saying that we tried to get 3 USD games against Empire.
Yeah, well, our agreement was that we had split and flipped, but their manager seems to think that's his place to come in and argue for them when he has no background on the situation. But it's his place, definitely.
Why are you flaming my manager, dude?
I don't know. Here, I'll flame the rest of your team too. Let's talk about how Liquid leads scrims. It's never been something unorthodox to do. But Liquid is fine with running whatever they want. They just leave scrims. You're scrimming with them. And then if you ever do something against them in scrim, their manager will message you and be like, you guys are bad scrim partners. And you guys are supposed to be a shining example to the community. So let's see. You have leaving scrim, managers argue for our teams.
Why are you in a flame war with IX?
Congratulations on your community team, Liquid. Your team's doing really well for Dota 2.
Oh god.
AY, let me say, okay. What do you get out of this, dude? You guys schedule scrims with us?
You just pissed me off.
You say you can play 4 days. You say you can play 4 games. And then halfway through the second game, you guys just leave.
We played 3 games.
That? No, what? Dude, I remember that day. You guys said you could play 4 games.
We didn't say shit.
And
we said we usually play to this time.
BuLba cited that you guys could play till from 2 p.m. 12 p.m. to...
I still have the fucking chat logs for this. I said we usually...
Whatever, go
Pull out the chat logs.
Go talk to Bumblebee. I don't know
I
why you're
already
bringing
did.
this.
This is over. We already sorted this shit out.
AUI has beef. AUI has beef. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I do. I don't like it when people do stuff like that.
Yo, we fucking lost to AL today. Of course he has beef.
And I really don't like it when
It's your
people
fault
do
they
stuff
lost,
like that.
Sam. Can you accept that?
I'm sorry for losing you guys
Fuck,
there.
Sam, it's all on you. Why didn't you invent a strategy for us? Shit.
I did good. You guys jacked my clockwork.
Is that it? Are you guys gonna make me come up with something else to talk about here?
Yeah. It's time for, it's time
To
for
add
you
on to that real quick, anytime we scrim Dignitas, they're always there.
Oh yeah, every
they're
time
on
we scrim
time,
Dignitas,
they're ready to
the
play.
The funniest
You
thing,
know.
every time we scrim Dignitas, like the week next, we always see them using our strat in a match.
What
You
strat
can
have we
call
ever
him
stolen?
These
You can IX Mike said that, so that's all I can say.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I remember this one
Trust me, we
time where
take
we
nothing from Liquid. We don't want to play like you guys. Like, no offense to your playstyle. Like, we just don't want to play that style. It's like, trust me, we've talked about it. Like, no, it's not us
Yeah.
stealing shots from you. Trust, like, no.
Okay, team that can only win with Tiny Bane.
Yeah, how's being in the defense?
It's
How
alright,
is it-
Sam. We get it. Phonetic's the bane
All I
of
can say is two letters:
existence.
AL. Can we get IX Mike in this?
Ferrari.
Probably not. Mike doesn't just hang around waiting for us to call. He's busy playing XDL.
I think the last time I saw Sam solo mid was when he was against Ferrari.
Oh,
How'd that one turn out?
Oh, this is it, huh? The third goon in the little triangle of goons over here.
Yo, there's a lot more ammunition here.
But I honestly don't know why is this so mad about.
Dude,
Some-
you every single time I've said
Dude, you
something
have
today,
some
it's
hate
'cause
towards Bumblebee,
you
dude. have
started
some-
it. Like, you said nice massage, so I said nice brood mother. Oh, Bdiz is a nice brood mother, so I carried on with it. You said something else, so I respond to you. Like, I never instigate flame or anything like that on this show. Like, look at the VODs. I've never said anything first.
Too
It's
entertaining.
always because you say something stupid, and
I
then
don't know
respond.
about. I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, man.
No,
Yeah.
no, look at the VODs. I only reply to flame, even in pubs, like everything. I don't flame people first. Like, just I don't.
Are you
don't do it.
kidding me?
Okay,
Yeah.
you don't count because you've done so many things to me in the past. I hold against you. I hold grudges against you.
What the fuck? I remember the last time I played with you, I fucking random Medusa. And the first thing you were just like, why didn't you repick that hero, you fucking idiot?
Dude, you're Medusa. Everyone would like you're Medusa.
Fucking
You
cunt.
guys pick Spirit Breaker, Pudge, and Kunkka.
And
in
we
a
would have
scrim
beat you.
sense. No, what the hell was the point of playing a scrim? Okay, it's
Okay,
like
and
literally
like, you guys
30
said
minutes-
there's
minutes-
Naga support
30
slaughter mid. Did we
30
leave?
minutes. No.
Wait, you guys
30
picked a
minutes match.
slaughter solo mid and a Naga siren support. Did we leave?
No, Slaughter solo mid is legit, right? The Pinos have been doing that for the past
Yeah,
5
and
years.
did you know that we could have beat you with our strat too? Because we have a legitimate
Okay,
strat for
you
it.
guys
Like,
picked
you don't understand
Spirit
that. Like,
Breaker,
you guys
Pudge.
are not the only people in the world who need practice. Because we want to practice the strat. You guys don't want to deal with it because you guys are greedy motherfuckers.
No, dude, you guys are picking a Spirit Breaker, Pudge, Kunkka strategy. Like, what is the point of
Okay, if we had picked seriously against you guys, would you guys have beaten Fnatic
serious.
that
Like,
day?
Honestly, we
wait,
would, but that is just, the thing is, even like during the picks, Bog like messages-
Sam, shut the hell up for a second. How are you gonna learn or try to like figure out new strategies if you don't experiment in scrims? What?
there's a
They thought
difference,
of something they wanted to try it out and you dodged.
and then
You're
playing
bitch,
picking a Spirit Breaker, Kunkka, Pudge strategy 20 minutes before we
we
had
didn't
match.
pick Kunkka that game.
You had some 3 melee strategy, 3 string. I know you had Pudge and Spirit Breaker. I don't forgot the last hero.
We had Darkseer.
No,
we-
dude, it was not Darkseer.
Yeah, we had Darkseer. We had Darkseer that game.
Whatever. I remember.
We had a legitimate strat for that, and like you guys only care about yourself and being ready for your stuff. But when we have a match, you guys will probably pick Slaughter solo or Slaughter like off lane with like a frickin' carry Venge or something.
They
And, like
would
a jungling
pick
weave.
Slaughter off lane. BuLba gets the Hannah Montana treatment. He only plays 2 heroes. Everyone knows this.
Bdiz, you're just throwing top shots, huh? You guys haven't been for 3 months.
All right. Is that good? Everyone feel good about that? That was solid 10 minutes of flame at the end of the show. That's kind of our standard. I always know when the show's over when someone starts flaming about the Ferrari matchup again.
Yeah, you guys.
I feel like we've done that one before.
I think that needs to be brought up every week. Can't forget. Fire vs. BuLba, never forget.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up here. We did have a successful show on the technical end, I believe. So thank you, Mott, for streaming this time, since my internet clearly isn't good enough. Let's go around for some shout-outs. Monolith?
I guess shout out to my team, Team Dignitas, and all our sponsors, Alienware, Intel, Antec, Kingston, QPad, and all the other ones. And shout out to everybody on the show. I love all you guys.
Howie?
Shout out to Team Dignitas, our sponsors, what Charlie said. And you can follow me on Twitter at AO_2000, and I stream on twitch.tv/AO_2000.
BuLba?
Shout out to my sponsors, Team Liquid, and then Barracuda, Shiny Things, and then Razer. And yeah, shout out to BuLba's dad, Twitter account.
And
shout out to Bdiz and his level 5 Shadow Demon at 16 minutes.
I thought we were done with that.
Damn.
I knew Sam had to get one more pot shot in.
Well, now it's your
I had to
turn.
get one more
Shout-outs and
Shout out to
Final Flames.
BuLba Invoker Farley, TA.
No, I'm pretty sure you can mention a lot of different games to that, right, Bdiz?
Of what, Sam Palin?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I'm not even going to get into that anymore. It's been covered well enough.
Yeah.
Alright, shout out to my teammates and my sponsors, Raid Call, Monster Energy, Kingston HyperX, Razer, Astro, Intel, Inwin, and Split Reason. So shout out to Gran, he's a back of NEO Dota. And the Heart as well.
Grant was a little salty that I didn't invite him on the show with you.
He really should have been here.
There's only room for 5 people.
That's cold.
It's just how it is.
And shout out to Brax, Pycat, 1437, G, and Misery. So I've been watching their scrims lately.
Oh yeah, we had a GST challenge today morning. They had the GST challenge today morning.
Yeah, they lost.
Their third game versus
Okay.
Orange was pretty good.
Their second game versus MUC was pretty sick too.
I didn't see that game. What was it good? Like, it was
Well,
really early.
it was sick in the fact that it was 80 minutes, and that's basically it. But it was a really boring game overall.
Oh, was it the AM game?
Yeah.
Oh, third game had Morphling, I think, versus Orange. That was pretty entertaining.
Oh god, Morphling's coming back, guys.
Is he?
16-minute Morphling's coming back. he was literally like useless for the first 40 minutes, but
That Korok Morphling coming back though.
you can ask Korak if he wants. He flames the hero.
Yeah.
Why does he flame it?
I don't
Because
know,
he can't
Because
carry
it's so much
Bubble.
worse than before?
Because you can't abuse shit anymore.
He can't carry Bubble with it anymore.
You
That's why
can't
he
really
flames
do
it.
this anymore.
Alright, I'm gonna stop you guys there. I want to give a shout out to Lou, our loyal iTunes listener. And we actually do have a lot more iTunes listeners than I originally thought, so shout out to all of them. You guys can watch the show live every Monday on Twitch TV/NEO Dota, 8 p.m. Eastern. Sorry if some Europeans missed the show today. Apparently daylight savings ruined my time conversions, so I'll have that better for next week. You can watch the VOD on YouTube. Our channel is youtube.com/NeoDota2. If you want us to talk about anything specific next week, tweet us at NeoDota2. And that's all I got here. We'll be back next week, and thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, catch Dignitas versus Fnatic tomorrow.
That's on Wednesday.
Shout out to AL.
Shout out to Cinderin.